It's mad, since getting home today there's been no activity until I go to bed. And then even this is like got high magnetic radiation, I think. And the lights going on and off. I wondered if it was... I always wonder if it's going to happen again every time I come home. And then it does. Last week it was total going crazy in this exact spot. And then the strange thing is I checked it on my phone and it was doing it the same on a different app. It's kind of stopped going crazy now though. Nope. I don't know what's causing it. There's like no sockets here. There's a socket over there. But it doesn't do it near the socket. That power is on. And the light just went on, but that wasn't actually me because it doesn't, the sensor only clears about a 2 to 3 meter radius. You've got a stepper basically underneath it for it to work on. See how long it stays on for. And this has still got mad. It's had no words. So. Is there? Is there a ghost in my bed? My bed's... I left it sitting up all the 3 days I was away. And I shouldn't have done it because it seems that it's a bit fucked. I'll have to look at it tomorrow. It's so weird because I can even, if I go back to my video footage, you can see that it hasn't been going off when I've been away. And then the minute I'm back, well, it's not even the minute I'm back, it didn't do it until I went to bed. And then once I got to the corridor, that's when it starts. Sometimes it starts before I even touch the door handle. I've seen it last week and the week before, it all did it. I've even got the video footage and you can hear me come in. The light goes on and then just as I open the door. And there's no way it should... I wonder if it's doing the thing. So last, oh yeah. Someone said it's like somebody's sitting on the edge of the bed.
Bless.
It's up why my bed's broken. The weight, extra weight. Super strange. And I can't see where that's coming from because it's not even, if I put it beside the screen there, it doesn't react to it. It's just there in the bed. And all that's underneath my bed is clothes. He's a good dog, Fifi. Hmm? And I wonder, like Rosie's like, it seems to lie at the bottom of the bed, rather than the soft bed that's right there. But the soft bed is right next to that. What's so good about it?
Can you feel me?
No, I can't. See, it's hard to tell. My arm.
Not necessary.
Oh, sorry. I get pains in my arm, so I can't really tell. Nerve damage. Shall I move this away from that?
Shopkeeper.
You're a shopkeeper. Oh, Fifi. Just farted. What noise it made. In my bag. Apparently I farted it into my bag, Fifi. Stinks. I always wanted. Oh, one night the alarm went off and I was trying to will the light to go on. I was standing in the corridor in the blind spot and then the smoke alarm went off at like 3:30 in the morning. It was so it startled me. There was no reason for it to go off. It wasn't. There was no smoke. It just went off. It was so weird. And then when I tried to cancel it and press the cancel button, it made an even weirder noise, like a more frantic noise. I just wish I had that on film.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. What do you mean, tell the truth? That is what happened. I was standing in the blind spot, trying to see if the light would come on while I was in the room. Doors have moved. Twice the doors moved into me. And the doors, like, shouldn't do that because they'll scrape against the carpet. A good doggy. Actually, to be fair, the time of the alarm is the only time I've probably felt scared with all this stuff happening. Because to me, it shouldn't be scary. Because I was an atheist. Well, I wasn't really. I was kind of an atheist when I was a kid, into an early adult, non-religious. But I didn't believe anything that happened to you after you died. And now I do. Something seems to carry on. I think this is some death. Or maybe it's something else. Ghosts, I don't know. Are they ghosts? What is a ghost? Is it a dead person? Could it be something else that we've form of life that we don't know? I don't know. I kind of think it's ghosts though. Got a thumping headache right now. That has happened quite a few times. Not always, but sometimes. Right now it's at the back of my head, usually it's in my eye like a migraine. Is this a violent ghost?
Desolate.
I see Fifi, I've got a cup of tea in my hand. I've got a cup of tea. Look at that face. Oh, where's my Phillips? Yeah, vapes, they often die very, very quickly in my flat. Back to the spot.
Where are we?
Mirror in my bedroom.
Move over.
Hello. You talking about my dog or me? This is my bed. Hello, Fifi. Stall. What is it with that spot that makes it pink? Even though I've witnessed and experienced all this, I still am a skeptical mind. I still try and figure out another explanation, but like after things happening over the years, it does like a bottle flew across a room at my one of my old houses, in a room full of people. Well, not full of people. I think four of us. We were watching Lord of the Rings, and a bottle that was in the centre of a table that was full of empty beer cans from the night before, like flew and hit the wall. And no one was near it, and nobody even, like, it was weird because we were watching the TV and it just suddenly hit the wall. It was weird. And then a drawer in another flat moved. That was before then, though. It moved, making a creak, a horrible squeal as it opened. But I was like half asleep and I didn't think it was. I thought something had fallen over in my bed or room or something. So I just went back to sleep. And I wake up in the morning and the drawer's at the maximum it could be before it falls out. And it was empty because I hadn't even unpacked. I just moved in. And I pushed it in, it made the same squeal. And that did send a chill down my spine, but that was still, you think, I still tried. That was what kind of convinced me that something must be real. Something must be after, or there is something we can't explain happening. This battery's totally drained, and so is my phone. Well, I'm gonna have to stop recording because I've got 11% of my. And this is 10. I've only got one charger, or I could get another, but I can't be arsed. So this is going to be a shorter video. Although I may have recorded another one. This light will probably go on and do this until I fall asleep. And then it'll stop. Some days it's still doing it in the morning, but usually it stops when I go to sleep. And that's still flashing red.
Later this evening.
Yes. Later this evening.
Right. Well, yeah, that'll be for tonight. We'll sign it out.